Hi guys, today we will be going through how to install a new graphics card on your desktop PC. It really is an easy process, but we will assume that you factored in the GPU and PC case size and that your power supply supports the potential extra power being sucked up by your new GPU. So you finally got that new GPU you have been waiting for, and now it's time you start installing that card into your PC so you can run games at a higher fidelity. First, remove the old drivers from your desktop by navigating to Windows, Add and Remove Programs, and type into the search bar Nvidia if the GPU you are currently using is an Nvidia GPU, and search AMD if you are using an AMD GPU. I recommend removing all of these applications and removing the Nvidia graphics driver last if you are using an Nvidia card. Some will require a computer restart, and click OK to restart your computer after the uninstall. After you remove the graphics driver, you will likely be greeted with a black screen. This is okay, and you are now ready to install your GPU. First, power off and make sure to power off the power supply in the back of your PC. Unplug your computer from the outlet. Unscrew the front panel of your PC. Lay the desktop down to make it easier to get to the GPU. Unscrew the screws from the GPU from the case. Detach the power cable from the GPU. Unlatch the GPU from the PCIe slot on the motherboard by pressing down on the clip until you feel the GPU release. And you can now remove the old GPU. Now you can install the new GPU, line up the GPU with the PCIe slot, and press firmly down on the GPU until you feel it click into place. You can then screw the screws back into the case to keep the GPU from moving. Now you need to connect the power to the GPU. If you are upgrading to a 30 series GPU on the Nvidia side, you will be using a 12-pin power connector that will come with your GPU. You will need to plug two 8-pin connectors to the 12-pin in order to power the entire GPU. Now you might need to open the back panel and remove the power supply to remove the power connector from the old GPU and install the new GPU power connector. If you are using a GPU that doesn't require a 12-pin connector, you can likely keep the old GPU power cable connected to the power supply. Make sure after the install of the GPU power cable, reattach the power supply to the case and reattach the back panel to the case. You have the power cables attached to the power supply and can now attach the 12-pin or 8-pin power connector to your GPU. Reattach the front panel. Plug your PC back into an outlet and turn on your power supply in the back of your PC. Turn on your PC and use a web browser to navigate to either Nvidia or AMD and install the latest graphics driver for your GPU. You are now finished with the GPU install. Happy gaming!